Hi, everyone. Good evening and happy International Women's Day to you all. I'm very excited to be here. So I thought I'll start by thanking the Australian Data Science Network and the organizers of the event, especially team, for inviting me. It has been such an incredible day listening to these powerful stories and messages by these amazing women. And I think this has been such an amazing platform for us to share our stories and also increase our visibility in data science. So thank you very much for that. So I thought I'll reflect a bit about my journey so far. And I was fascinated with numbers since when I was a little girl. And it was actually in school that I first realized I liked math more than any other subject. But like many of you here, growing up, I was constantly told that mathematics was not for women, and I was constantly discouraged from pursuing a career in mathematics. And it was actually my mother, who is pictured here in this very embarrassing picture from my childhood, who is my first and greatest role model, who helped me challenge those social and cultural barriers. And it actually established very early in my childhood the importance of having role models, female role models, supportive female role models in my life. So this is a quick snapshot of my journey so far. And I'm originally from Sri Lanka. And it was actually at the University of Colombo where I did my undergraduate degree. While I was always interested in the theoretical aspects of mathematics, I was involved in a team developing the vessel traffic system for the Colombo South Harbour. And that's when I was exposed for the first time into the practical application of mathematics. And it really opened my eyes to the vast applications of maths in real life. And that's when I really started thinking about a career as an applied researcher seriously. And I've always been interested in numbers and also medicine. And I think deep down, I always knew I wanted to do something which combined the two. And if you can remember, Rushani mentioned in the previous session that opportunities to do this was limited in Sri Lanka. So that meant I left the tropical weather in Sri Lanka and moved to Melbourne in 2015 to pursue a PhD in biostatistics at the University of Melbourne. So this is me, several flu shots later, submitting my PhD in 2018, and I received a balloon from the University of Melbourne after I submitted my thesis. That was such a great feeling. So where am I now? I'm currently a biostatistics research fellow at the University of Melbourne. So I'm still working with the same research group as I did during my PhD. I love my supervisors too much to move away from them. And there are different aspects to my job. I'm a collaborative statistician. I work with multidisciplinary teams across our hospital partners. I'm the principal statistical investigator on several large national and international clinical trials. And it gives me such joy that I get to combine my love for numbers and also medicine and help doctors discover new treatments or the best treatments for patients. And this is actually a photo of my lovely team from the Mish Hub, who's been just amazing throughout my journey. It's just such an amazing, supportive environment to work in, which I think is quite important. I also continue my research in statistical methods, which stems from my PhD. I investigate statistical methods for missing data and lead a program in trials affected for COVID-19. And again, I'm involved with this amazing group of colleagues as a part of the Missing Data Methodology Group in Australia, which is one of the largest biostatistical research groups. And again, it has been a terrific supportive experience. I'm also quite passionate about biostatistics teaching and training, just to make sure that our clinical studies produce robust evidence. And as a part of that, I'm involved in a lot of biostatistics teaching for our diverse group of students as a part of our Master of Public Health. And as you can see, the students seem very happy with my teaching in this photo. And I also supervise PhD and Master of Biostatistics students. It was lovely to see one of my past PhD students, Dr. Rushani Vijay talk about her experience in such a positive way in the previous session. And I'm also involved in training a lot of clinical researchers, just upskilling them on statistical methods for clinical research. So when I first started off, I hadn't planned on doing many of these things. And I can say it honestly takes a village. And it actually took a village for me to get here. And one of the most important aspects was having my super network of support, starting from my amazing PhD supervisors, Professor Julie Simpson, Professor Kate Lee, Associate Professor Margarita Moreno-Betancourt, and Dr. Lisha de Libera, who was amazing during the entirety of my PhD. And also I'm extremely blessed, I feel, to enjoy the same support and mentorship post my PhD as well. I have some amazing supervisors currently at the Mish Research Hub as well, which I must mention, Sabina Brad, Associate Professor Karen Lamb, and Emily Karaholias. And also as someone who moved from Sri Lanka to Australia when I was 25 years old, something that really helped me was seeking out mentors. I have some excellent mentors in my life, including Associate Professor Jess Kaza. Some of you may already know her. And I think also connecting with other ECRs have been quite helpful. And most recently, something that has really helped me is being on mentoring programs, especially geared towards women. And I found it quite helpful, especially during grant writing season or when applying for promotions. It has given me a platform to discuss things quite honestly, I must say. And also being part of programs, especially focused on gender equity and diversity in STEM. And as Kerry mentioned, I recently became involved with the Superstars of STEM program. I think these programs are quite useful. In one part, it helps you with professional development. It has helped me deal with issues such as imposter syndrome and helping me build my public profile. But it also encourages engaging in advocacy and outreach activities. And I think it's quite important to give back to the community, which has helped me so much. And I think especially doing things like school visits, not just in urban areas, especially in regional areas as well, where we can encourage a diverse group of young student populations, young girls, to get into STEM careers. And I would like to leave you with this interesting story about Marilyn Vos-Savant, who was once classified as the most intelligent person in the world with the highest recorded IQ. And many of you would know her. She was famously known for solving the Monty Hall problem, but unfortunately received a lot of criticism from the general public because she was a woman and was able to solve this problem. And two of her quotes really resonated with me as a statistician who's a woman. She said, be able to analyze statistics, which can be used to support or undercut almost any argument. And if you're not able to defend your arguments in a rational way, all you will have is an opinion. And I think as a woman whose opinions have been referred to as emotional or irrational a few times, these two quotes, I related to these two quotes really well. Well, that's all from me. Thank you very much for having me. Happy International Women's Day to you all. Thanks, everyone.